decided to have a play date today on my studio. The most controversial ingredient. I'm not funny. Thank you so much for putting up with me here.
Between concrete walls, there's a place for us. I wanna go, do you wanna follow?
Hola gente, what's up guys? Welcome to another Treatment Tuesday where we test out a new hair treatment for the very first time on camera and we decide together if it works or not. We're testing out a highly requested one. This is the KERASTASE Nutritive Masquintense for dry and extremely sensitized hair. So I seem to be a great subject to test out this one. You get 200 milliliters or 6.8 fluid ounces. It's Mumi and Lola, my two exotic short hair cats, that have decided to have a play date today on my studio. There's a whole bunch of places to play. Let's see. Oh, gorgeous packaging. It is very similar to that of the Discipline line, brand's classic. Let's see what this smells like. It smells like a very expensive salon visit to me. So it's very subtle, so if you don't like to be overpowered by the fragrance in your hair treatments, this one you're going to like. It's like it's being whipped, but it's not perfectly whipped, you know, and I kind of like that. It kind of feels more natural to me and it feels a little bit like yogurt. My hair is kind of starting to air dry, and as you guys can see, my natural hair is very wavy. I'm gonna be testing out a few products for the wavy girls and boys out there. So the reason why I am getting my hair damp is that we do need some type of humidity for hair masks in general to work. It does not specify where this should be applied. So as a general rule, when the hair mask does not state the opposite, I stay away from the roots. About 2 fingers away from the roots is usually the best way to go. So it says here to apply strand by strand and then massage it into the hair. And that's what I'm taking a little bit of time to do that.
So put your hand in mine, follow me, let me waste your time, set up.
I'll be the first to say that I've used a lot more product than I was supposed to. I don't know if a lot more, a little bit more. Just enough to get my hair fully saturated and give us a fair shot. I'm going to set the timer to 10 minutes, which is the recommended leaving time for this hair mask. And while we are waiting, I'm going to go deeper into the ingredients and, you know, product claims, kind of what we can expect and anything else that's interesting about the hair mask that you guys may find helpful. Oh my god guys, I'm looking at myself at the viewfinder and I thought I mentioned that I'm not naked. I have a blouse and it may look otherwise, but I promise you I'm not naked. So it says here that it is supposed to nourish hair fiber and brighten and soften it, and that it is great for detangling, supposed to protect against fiber oxidation. So let's talk a little bit about ingredients. It says here that the key ingredient is aerosome complex. The lipids inside the formulation actually help improve the natural oil production, which is funny because oil production kind of happens in the scalp and you kind of see it in the roots. But it says here that glucids are for a boost in nutrition and that the proteins are also for the nourishment and softness of the hair fiber. Oh, it has safflower glucoside, which is where all the glucids are coming from. And then to provide lipids, it has seed oil and sunflower seed oil. The proteins are coming from hydrolyzed wheat protein. Glycerin, okay, great for hydration. It's one of the best things that you can find for hydration inside a hair mask. In fact, I may try just good old plain glycerin sometime. So let's talk a little bit about the most controversial ingredient here. It's called amodimethicone, right? And let's see if there's any other one. So going back to my previous video where we talked a little bit about this research that my friend at Molecular Makeup channel has done for all of us. I told you guys that on her video that I'm going to be linking once again down below in the description box in case you want to check it out and go deeper into what I'm going to say now. She groups silicones into 3 categories. The soluble silicones, which are very safe to use because as soon as you wash your hair, they're dissolved. The third group of silicones are actually insoluble, so that means that they can build up in your hair, and with continuous and very frequent use, there is a risk of your hair getting way too hard and then being more prone to breakage. So in between those 2 groups is the second group, of course, and that is the type of silicones that are not completely soluble, but they're not insoluble either. So they may tend to build up, but not as much as the third group. So based on my friend with a PhD in biochemistry at Molecular Beauty channel, amodimethicone is actually recommended for people with bleached hair. Being one of those, I think it is safe for me to use. Now that said, since it is not the type of silicone that is completely water soluble, then I would possibly try to not use this one as frequently. So let's say maybe once a month or once every 2 months, something like that. But she clearly says that amodimethicone is not hazardous or dangerous or detrimental to your hair's health in any way. Yeah, so that's the way I see it. It's like, be responsible about knowing what you're putting in your hair and the recommended frequency to get the best out of it and not the downside of it. Alright, so 10 minutes have gone by, my friends. I'm going to jump into the shower and remove my makeup. Nah, just kidding. I was making sure you guys were paying attention. Anyways, I'm gonna thoroughly rinse the hair mask off, and I will be right back to style my hair on camera, as I always do, so that we can assess the final results. Yes, this will definitely be helping out anyone who has hair that tends to tangle. I'm literally able to detangle just by using my fingers. Shall we? I'm going to blast dry my hair and then I'm going to start styling it. Here we are, the big reveal. Ta-da! You're not funny. Ooh. Alright guys, so you know the drill. Poker face here. Not saying a word for now. Click here and take the poll. Let me know if you think this mask actually delivered what it promised or not. So I'm gonna split the screen right now and show you a very quick before, and clearly this is the after. And now, yes, let me give you my first impressions. And just so you know, I am going to be comparing in my mind and also in practice with the Kerastase Discipline Mask Keratin mask, which I have tested out and reviewed here on my channel. Ooh. This is nice. So I think the results speak for itself. My hair looks amazing. It is a very good hair mask. Those of you guys who have been watching for a while these Treatment Tuesday series know that one of my biggest concerns because of my hair type is frizz control. So this hair mask does provide quite a bit of frizz control, even though it is not, you know, in the claims. But if you have like very unmanageable hair, for sure, I feel that the Discipline Mask Keratin hair mask is more suitable. So for those days in which there's high humidity, I know that I will be using the Kerastase Discipline hair mask and not this one. That said, if that is not a concern, this is a solid hair mask. It seems a lot more lightweight. The Discipline line, in comparison to this one, does kind of weigh down your hair a little bit more, but it also gives you more frizz control. So it's kind of, you know, it's a matter of personal choice. What I feel these masks gave me that the Discipline one does not is a more lightweight and more flexible result on my hair. That's the best thing I can think of to describe it. So there is a difference there. Also, it is true that as far as the ingredients go, this one is targeting nutrition more. As far as smoothness and softness, nothing that I've tested out so far beats the Discipline Mask Keratin. So if you ask me, what I will be doing is kind of alternating between these two, most likely reaching out for the Kerastase Discipline on days in which humidity is just out of control here, which is more often than not, but not too frequently because of the silicone thing that we discussed earlier. So I would say maybe once or twice a month I would apply the Discipline by Kerastase, and then once a month or every other month I would go in with a much deeper hair mask, like the Masquintense, that is actually providing me with all those lipids and glucids and proteins that my hair needs. So yeah, that is a wrap. I hope you guys found this first impressions and this tiny comparison between these two Kerastase hair masks helpful. Thank you so much for putting up with me here. I hope it was worth your time, and I will talk to you all again on my next one. Ciao.
Do you wanna follow?